What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure to subscribe and set that like button. Alright, let's get right into it now. So in today's video, it's my week 10 predictions, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first game of the week, Ravens at Dolphins, this Thursday, which is tomorrow. I got the Ravens blowing out the Dolphins here, 38-13. It's a very bad matchup for the Dolphins, because the Ravens have a stellar running game with Devontae Freeman, Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray, and then their own quarterback Lamar Jackson. While meanwhile, the Dolphins' defense is solid at stopping the pass, but it's terrible at stopping the run. So you couple a top 3 rushing attack against a bottom 3 rushing defense, you're in trouble. So that's why, and the Ravens are going to control the clock, and meanwhile, I don't think whoever's quarterbacking for Miami is going to be able to get much going against that Ravens defense. So I have the Ravens winning there. Then the Saints at the Titans. You asked me a couple weeks ago, I would have said the Saints, but the way the Titans played against the Rams and the Saints quarterback situation and no real top-tier receiver or anything, I got the Titans winning it 23-14. I think the Saints defense will keep this a close game, but it won't be enough to win the game. Then the Bills at the Jets. I got the Bills winning here 38-24. I think this is a get-right game for the Bills. It's definitely a big game for the Bills too, even though it's against a crappy team. Yeah. Then the Lions at the Steelers, 31-20. I think the Steelers offense will be able to get a lot of points on the board against those Lions. Then the Jaguars at the Colts. Jaguars have played tough, and they beat the Bills. I think this is going to be a closer game than some may expect, but I got the Colts winning it anyway, 21-19. Then the Buccaneers at the Washington football team. Hard to believe this was a playoff rematch last year for how bad Washington is this year. I got Tampa winning it though, 24-17. And you may say, why so close? Well, Tampa historically plays very bad up in the Northeast, and that's where Washington is. Washington, D.C., aka Maryland, it's up in the Northeast, and the Buccaneers just tend not to play well in cold weather. Now, yes, Tom Brady does play well in cold weather. He played in pretty much all of his career up until last year, but he's not the whole team, obviously. So I think the Washington defense will be able to keep this somewhat of a close game, but ultimately, Taylor Heineke will not outdo Tom Brady. Then the Browns at the Patriots, really fun game here. I got the Browns winning it 27-21. I think it's going to be a very good game. I could see this going either way. I'm not confident with my Browns pick. And, you know, you asked me a few weeks ago, I definitely would have said the Browns because the Patriots' run defense was just not good, and then coupled that with the Browns' running attack. But the Patriots' run defense has gotten better, and the Cleveland has lost, may not have Kareem Hunt in this game. So, you know, I mean, yeah, that game could go either way, but I'm still going to take the Browns. Then the Falcons at the Cowboys. The Falcons last year choked against the Cowboys. They had a 20-0 lead on them, wound up losing it, I believe, 41-39 off of that crazy onside kick. I see somewhat of a similar game here. I think the Falcons may build a big lead early, and it's going to look like the Cowboys are picking up right where they left off last week. But then they're going to explode and win the game 28-23. So I got the Cowboys winning. Then the Panthers at the Cardinals. One of the big headlines coming into this game is Sam Darnold will not be playing because of a shoulder injury, I believe. Which is pretty suspicious. Once he starts playing bad, he just gets his shoulder injury out of nowhere. This might be a benching in disguise here. I get that vibe from it, and they said a couple of weeks. So it's not even PJ Walker who's going to start for the Panthers. It's this other guy. I don't even know who he is, but I know they signed a Matt Barkley, that backup who's been on a couple of teams like the Bills and the Bears. But I got the Cardinals winning it, even if they have Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. I have them winning it 31-17. If they don't, maybe a little closer, but I got them winning 31-17 with them. Then the Vikings at the Chargers. This is another good game. I got a upset here. I got the Vikings winning it 26-24. I think the Vikings are bound for a win already. They need this. The Vikings are better than their record says, and I don't see that team with that amount of talent falling to a 3-6 record, or 3-6 record. I don't see it. I think they may get that win and get to 4-5, and yeah, and which will then set up the big Sunday night game for Chiefs at Raiders. For winner will take first place in the division, but I'll get to that later in the video. Then the Seahawks at the Packers. Couple of big things coming into this game. Russell Wilson is returned. Aaron Rodgers most likely will return. Both these guys are returning. This has been a rivalry in the last couple of decades between these two teams. Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers know each other all too well. I got the Packers winning it though, 34-20. I don't see Seattle being able to go into Lambeau. I believe Russell Wilson has never won a game at Lambeau Field, actually, but he has beat the Packers, but at home. But this isn't at home. I don't see Seattle going into there and outdoing them, especially Wilson's first game back. And I think the Green Bay defense will be able to clamp down on DK Metcalf, because he's really the Seahawks' only good target. Then the Eagles at the Broncos. I got the Broncos winning this one 28-17. And they will build off of that big win over the Cowboys. And then the Sunday night game, you got my Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Big game. This might be the biggest game of the year up to date for these two teams. I got the Chiefs winning it 24-21 in a tight one. These two teams had some epic matchups last year. The first one, the Chiefs lost 40-32. Second one, they won 35-31. Both of them were very high scoring games. I don't think this one will be as high scoring as those, actually, as I said now in my score prediction. I think these two teams' defenses may keep this closer, and we have seen in recent weeks both of these high-powered offenses struggling. This will be Deshaun Jackson's, I believe he's going to play, so this will be Deshaun Jackson's debut as a Raider. How do I think Deshaun Jackson's going to do with the Raiders? I think he's going to get a lot of targets and a lot of yards, simply because this team doesn't have any good receiver after this. Their best receiver now that Henry Ruggs is gone, I think, is Renfro, but he's obviously not that kind of guy, so I think Deshaun Jackson's going to be getting a lot of targets in that offense along with Darren Waller. But yeah, I got the Chiefs winning it 24-21. And then the Rams at the 49ers, the final game of the week, the Monday night game. I got the 49ers getting an upset, 23-20. Look, the 49ers just seem to have the Rams' number over the last couple of years. Like last year when the Niners weren't even good, had that injury-riddled season, and the Rams were kind of having a good year, and they beat them twice. And same thing the year before, but the Niners were actually good that year. But yeah, I believe the Niners have won the last 4 meetings, I believe, or the last 4, I know that for sure, maybe the last 5. But anyway, I do have the Niners winning here. I think the Niners Kyle Shanahan always seems to have a good scheme to counter Sean McVay's scheme, and I think Garoppolo and Kittle will be able to get a connection going there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me comment down below what you guys think about all these predictions, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.